So I'm going to talk about the bilabial consonants in Ulster Irish, which in spelling are represented by B, F, PH, P, BH, and MH. So the important things to notice when you're distinguishing between broad and slender bilabial consonants are the shape of the lips and the position of the body of the tongue. So in broad bilabial consonants, as in B, P, F, and W, the lips are rounded, so they're drawn together, as in English when you pronounce W. It's that's rounding of the lips, but at the same time, the back of the tongue is raised towards the soft palate, as in So, one example would be boy, boy, boy. The lips are rounded and the back of the tongue is raised towards the soft palate. That's called velarization, and that's a feature of most broad consonants in general, not just bilabial consonants. The slender bilabial consonants, the lips are spread instead of rounded, so they're flattened and drawn outwards, and the tongue is raised towards the hard palate. So that's the same position that your tongue moves towards when you pronounce the English on y. So b, b. The lips are spread and the tongue is raised towards the hard palate. That's called palatalization, and it's also a feature of many slender consonants, not just the bilabial ones. So compare some minimal pairs, and these are pairs of words that differ only in whether the first consonant in this case is broad or slender. Some of them differ a bit more than that, but for all intents and purposes, so we have B with a broad B versus B with a slender B, Fi with a broad F, Fi with a slender F. And you'll notice with the F and with the BH and MH, these aren't exactly the same as English F and V, English F and V, which are pronounced with the top lip touching the bottom teeth, but traditionally in Irish, these are pronounced with the two lips only, and the bottom teeth aren't involved at all. So we have fui, fi, paka, paka, we, and you'll notice that's slightly different to the other dialects, which would have v, but we have we in Ulster versus v, and ween versus veen. So the broad BH and MH in Ulster is w, which is the same as English w. So it's a bit of an exception, but it follows the rules more or less because the lips are still rounded and it's still velarized. W, we, and w, ween.